I just fucking started the recording.
Okay.
I'm not stopping.
Hopeless Fan Podcast. It is Monday, 4:20.
Should I have hit record? I'm just kidding.
You hit record, bitch. Scotty, Shelby, and Zach coming at you again. New week, but it is draft week.
New week, new laptop.
New laptop for Zach.
Yeah.
What?
It's
That
lit.
took 17
Zach, it's
seconds
4:20.
for Zach to mention he bought something new.
Well, I mentioned it on the last podcast.
I know. Just wanted to give you a hard time.
Well, it is today is the 20th of April, which is the 4th month of the year. So you all know what that means.
We'll have more on that later.
Yeah, more on that later, hopefully.
But for now, we're going to shift focus to draft season.
Yes.
4 days. And
Yes.
just a reminder, on Thursday, we will all be breaking social distancing guidelines and recording together.
Because fuck them, that's why.
Live on Twitch.
Sure.
Okay.
Unofficially, but
Unofficial
official.
but official live on Twitch.
Sources, per sources.
Per sources. Okay. We're going to actually do our own mock draft. Starting meow.
Starting, yeah.
So, basically a
Should we
rundown.
post it? We need to come up with a graphic, okay? Zach, you're on this.
Okay. That will
Of
not
all
get
like the
done.
pretty colors of who of who gets picked in their selections, like ESPN. was saying.
Scotty, there goes Scotty again, volunteering me for an idea that he had that he was too lazy to do himself.
Come on, Zach.
So, just a heads up, we have picks 1 through 32. We've all been assigned teams. And there's no trades because it'd be too
Yeah.
much work for us to get through.
And I'd be Scotty, I'd be too busy getting ready for Who Am I for Thursday.
That's true.
I need about 3 or 4
Zach,
days.
You're definitely doing that, yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I already started this morning.
Okay, so before the Bengals get on the clock, we have a trade.
No, we don't.
Me and Zach did this behind the scenes.
No, we
Oh,
did
I
not.
volunteered you again, Zach. You traded me.
No, I did not.
I'm just kidding. You
can
didn't.
you can go fuck yourself,
Oh,
Scotty.
that was
I
a
would
joke the
never
whole
trade
time?
you.
That was a joke the entire time, but I could just smell
entire
Shelby.
time.
Like from here, I could smell Shelby's like, God damn it.
He was writing on his notebook. I don't even think he was listening.
I wasn't listening until I said trade, and then Scotty just I could tell Zach wasn't all about it, and it's just another flop.
Whatever.
by
It didn't
Scotty.
land,
Okay,
guys. It didn't
Zing!
fucking land.
we'll start with the first pick in the 2020
Is Shelby gonna hit us with a bombshell, or is he gonna?
breaking
Take
in the
Tua.
2020 Hopeless Fan Podcast Draft. The Bengals select Heisman Trophy winner Joe Burrow.
And the city of
Quarterback
Cincinnati
LSU.
jizzes in their pants.
All right,
I think
Zach.
back in the old drafts, they'd be like, with the first pick in the 1999 draft, they would say the school and the position first before the name. And it's like giving it away.
Yeah.
Be like, quarterback, Kentucky, Tim Couch.
Yeah, he's like quarterback from Alabama,
Stupid.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah.
I hated that old. What was that guy's
Pete Rozelle?
Pete Rozelle. I was
Yeah.
gonna say
Fucking
Pete
loved Pete
Sorrell.
Rozelle. Dude's a legend.
All right, I'll make the announcement. You guys do the pick.
All right.
All right. The Washington Redskins are now on the clock with the second pick in the 2020 THF draft. Okay, damn it. The Washington Redskins select
Defensive lineman, Ohio State University, Chase Young.
Damn it.
explain the pick.
Explain it.
Because I mean, do you really? I mean, you didn't.
Yeah, you
explain
didn't,
yours
Shelby.
For the same
Hand
reason,
up.
right? It's basically what everybody knows.
I know, but
it's
yeah,
everybody knows
I was
what's
gonna
going to
say,
happen.
yeah, the first two picks.
Once
are
I get to
basically-
like my Chargers and Browns and Raiders, I have more explanation. But it's like you kind of have to.
All right, over to the end. I'm gonna be Rich Eisen from hair. Say, all right, over
For now.
the elite pass rusher goes to the NFC East. Oh, I'm a man of Michigan. All right. Now up next, Matt Patricia. 2 years on the job and not much success. Matthew Stafford should have been out of the league. Is it possible a quarterback? Maybe something that rhymes with Lula? Or maybe Sherbert?
No. Do you want to do that?
Maybe...
No, it is a
I don't
bombshell,
know.
though.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
And the pick is
Bombshell.
in.
The pick is in.
Yeah, Scotty's going to have plenty of bombshells in here.
You
Should
think?
have known that. With the third pick, here comes Commissioner Dermer. With the third pick, damn it, the 2020 THF draft. See if that lasts.
Right.
The Detroit Lions select
Isaiah Simmons
Who?
from Clemson, linebacker. And here's the reason for the pick. They got rid of...
Thank
They've
you.
got rid of the Detroit Lion, or they got rid of Darius Slay, so they already don't know how to handle cornerbacks. Why add another one? You know, they're fine. They've got a.
Gotcha.
Love it.
They've got a.
There's
They've
more.
got a that
But wait,
former
there's more.
Patriots corner in there now, and they got another corner
Okay,
who's
Billy Mays.
or they got Desmond Trufant, and
They sure did.
so I think that they're fine for now in corner, and they can snag one
He
in the
might
second.
play 4 or 5 games.
Isaiah Simmons is a talent that is once. I mean, I think he, if not for the first two players, I mean, he's best player available.
Slam dunk for the Lions. They get their linebacker to go chasing down Dalvin Cook in the NFC North. All right, Giants on the clock. New coach, something Judge. The Judge is in session. His first pick coming up next. All right, we're back with the 4th pick in the see no booze. How about that?
Boo!
Damn it. All right, with the 4th pick.
Fuck you!
Come on,
Hey,
please.
kill yourself.
You suck. I know. Okay, with the 4th pick in the 2020 Hopeless Fan Podcast Draft, the New York Giants select Jeff Okudah,
Ooh.
Cornerback.
Saucy.
cornerback, Ohio State. Reasoning behind the pick: this was obviously going to be Isaiah Simmons if he's still on the board. You
Yeah.
think, they need that linebacker, but their defense is still terrible. A little too early to jump at the tackles, Mekhi Becton and Tristan Wirfs from
Yeah.
Iowa. So best available is Okudah besides a quarterback, which you already drafted last year. This is one of those spots that I told you guys, if, we can't do trades, but if you wanted to say one, go ahead. And I think this would be a good spot. I think
Right.
one of the teams trades up to
I
possibly
thought,
get a
the,
quarterback.
I thought the Lions would have traded out of their pick, to be honest with you. I've been saying that for a while, though.
Scotty didn't say it.
He didn't say it.
Scotty didn't say
He
it.
didn't say it.
Sign. Sir, resign, sir. All right.
You know, the Giants taking Tristan Wirfs. That's interesting.
Huh?
You know, the Giants taking Tristan Wirfs. That's interesting.
Well, it wasn't your
I
pick.
thought it was too. I thought it
I
was
know
too
it
early
wasn't.
to take a tackle with Okudah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I got you.
All right, 5th pick
Pick it up,
coming
put
up
it
is
around.
going to be the Miami Dolphins. First at 3 for the Dolphins, Brian Flores. Oh, a lot of Tua talk here, a lot of
Does
Justin
it come to
Herbert talk.
fruition?
3 first-round picks for the Miami Dolphins. Busy day in the Sunshine State. Where will they go? I'm receiving word. Pick is in.
Oh my god!
Pick is
The
in.
pick is fucking in.
To the podium, Commissioner. With the 5th pick in the 2020 THF draft, the Miami Dolphins select.
Hashtag tank for Tua Tagovailoa.
Ooh, Tua! There it goes. The
Only thing
quarterback
hip
from
around
Alabama.
here
Flynn.
is his IQ.
A
That hip's
15
fine.
on the Wonderlic. Tua, now turn left at the. Okay, come up to the stage. Nope, the stairs are on the other side. All right, there you go.
No,
Yep, it's
this
a
is
push,
actually a
not a
video
pull.
conferencing Tua. You're gonna have to just sit there.
Guys,
you
I'm
don't have to
pretty
go
sure
anywhere.
that I'm not going to be number I on the team.
All right, Tua goes to Miami. All right, next up with the 6th pick, will another quarterback be taken, or are they good with Tyrod Taylor in the StubHub Center? A lot of buzz going on.
Based on the bet that I have with Scotty.
With the 6th pick in
I
the
would-
2020 THF draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select.
The Los Angeles Chargers are going to select quarterback Oregon Justin motherfucking Herbert.
Right-handed Paxton Lynch finds a home in the LA city.
And if you are just joining us, you're realizing this is just like every mock draft you've read for the past 3 months. Except it's taking a lot
Because
longer to
nobody
get through
nobody wants to get roasted for making a stupid pick. Because good Lord, will we roast you?
All right, with the 7th pick, the Carolina Panthers on the clock with a new head coach, Matt Rule. He's going to rule the NFC South with Teddy Bridgewater.
He's
down.
out there with his ruler doing his.
Where will
facts
he'll be
and fingers.
spitting on himself just like he was in the Big 12 title game. Here we go with the 7th pick. The Carolina Panthers select Derek Brown,
Oh, good pick.
Auburn defensive lineman. Oh, I love this guy. Thanks,
Love
Matt.
that pick. That
SEC
dude's just a bully at the
SEC
line.
SEC Player of the Year on the defensive side. He was an All-American. The Panthers need defense because Vernon Butler, Dantari Poe, and Gerald McCoy are all gone, along with their Hall of Fame linebacker, Luke Kuechly. Oh my God, this is the best pick. Go job, Shelby.
One for the big boys.
Thank you. All right. Carolina off the clock. They got their guy, the big man in the middle, the first defensive lineman selected in the draft. All right, next up, we have the Arizona Cardinals on the clock. Cliff Kingsbury. He's not the only thing that's hot in the desert. All right, here comes Commissioner Goodell. All right, Cardinals fans,
Boo!
let's hear it. Ah, come on now.
Shit, you fucking cuck.
Oh, my wife's here.
Fuck
Now
your
to read
kids.
off-
She can eat shit too.
Now to read off the pick. I'm not going to say that. Never mind. I was going to let some special needs kid pick.
Boo!
Former Cardinals great, Emmitt Smith. Emmett, come out here.
Former Cardinals great, Terrell Suggs.
Why does he look like he fucking hates his life?
All right, with the 8th pick in the 2020 Hopeless Fan Draft, Arizona Cardinals select
Jedrick Willis, offensive tackle.
Oh my god, who is that?
first tackle off the board, and it's a shocker.
Only giving up 1 sack in his career.
Going
At
before
offensive
Tristan
tackle.
Wirfs, I love it. Yeah, Bama linemen are. You
He
gotta watch out for those corn-fed Iowa boys, though.
he knows how to protect scrambling QBs. Arizona has a scrambling QB.
It's
Analysis.
Great analysis. Big time.
Anal
All right.
assist.
Next up on the board, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jaguars. This one's easy.
All right.
So easy.
Come on, Jags fans. Duval
Fuck you.
with the 9th pick. In the 2020 Hopeless Fan Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Jerry Jeudy, wide receiver, Alabama. This is big for a young
did this just
quarterback.
to spite
Marquise Lee just got released. DJ Chark, Chris Conley, D.D. Westbrook, and along with an often injured Tyler Eifert, not a good passing core for a young quarterback. You get Jerry Jeudy in there, and it helps out one of the worst rosters, if not the worst, in the NFL, in the Jacksonville Jaguars, who play their
It's
games in
tank for
Florida
Lawrence
because they're
season
in Jacksonville.
They ain't taking a one.
Jerry Jeudy off the board, and now we're into double digits, and we go with last year's Super Bowl champions, the Cleveland Browns, with the 10th pick.
Alrighty. Cleveland Browns are on the
Who
clock.
put Tom Brenneman in here?
And they are thanking the Cardinals for taking Wills, because that paves the way for them to take who but anyone else, Tristan Wirfs from the School of Iowa.
Baker Mayfield gets some much needed protection. Hopefully DeAndre Hopkins has protection when he's having kids. Right, Bill? Yeah, I hate that guy. What are you doing here, Bill O'Brien? You don't have any picks tonight. Oh, sorry, I'll get out. All right, I forgot who the pick was. What was it?
Tristan Wirfs.
Oh,
from
Tristan
Iowa.
Wirfs, of course. Offensive tackle, Iowa, corn-fed.
Him
Why
falling
not? I'm basically
all the way to
Jim
10 is
Roaming it.
crazy.
I tried to be Mel Kiper, but I ended up Jim Rome.
The Browns would cream their jeans if Wirfs fell to 10.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he probably
I think
will
a lot of teams would.
fall to 10.
Absolutely, he will.
Yes.
Fall to 10?
All right.
Okay.
With the 11th pick,
I didn't say
I
it.
gotta see who's even taken. All right.
Yeah, I've been
God.
crossing off my ones that have been taken.
All right.
Someone didn't come prepared.
I know. Okay. With the 11th pick in the 2020 Hopeless Fan mock draft, the New York Jets select Mekhi Becton, offensive tackle, Louisville.
There he is.
That's a guy who fell.
Yep.
Who?
That's one who fell too, yeah.
What?
Offensive
even
tackle,
know who you guys are
Sam
talking
Darnold.
about.
From Louisville?
The tackle from Louisville?
Who is that?
Yeah.
I had the Jets on this mock draft. I'm looking at my computer right now. They have
Oh.
the Jets taking Becton, so
Okay.
No, yeah.
surprised he went before
yeah,
Thomas.
this was a lot of people thinking receiver here, maybe C.D. Lamb, maybe Jerry Jeudy if he fell, maybe even Justin Jefferson with a reach. But Mekhi Becton, you need some protection for Sam Darnold going into his 3rd year. Still got to address that receiving core, but it's such a deep receiver draft that you wait, get the offensive tackle that slipped to you, and no one's the wiser.
Abso-fruitly.
All right, with the 12th pick, one of how many? 2 first-round picks for the Las Vegas Raiders.
The Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah, absolutely. And you know how Gruden loves his quarterbacks, and he's gonna make a stretch here.
Oh no.
Jordan Love, Utah State.
I kind of like the
He has
pick.
3 quarterbacks. He has too many quarterbacks to know what to do with.
Our first shocker of the night sends Jordan Love, the Utah State gunslinger. He's a project. But that
Gruden loves his
project's heading
projects.
to
Yeah, it's John Gruden's heading to Home Depot because he's got a project.
All right. This is where the order gets screwed up a lot. It's not going to be me, Zach, Scotty anymore.
Yeah.
All right. With the 13th pick, I have it the defending NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. They're going to select CeeDee Lamb, wide receiver from Oklahoma.
Good.
Oklahoma.
Where the
That makes it easier
Okay. CeeDee Lamb, after the Niners lost Emmanuel Sanders in free agency, or the corpse of what's left of him.
for me. Hey now.
They need to receive. All right. We've had our fun. All right. Awesome. 14th pick, Tampa Bay.
It's back to me. All right, you took Mekhi Becton. That was my number 1 pick, so I'm going to have to go with Mr. Thomas, Andrew Thomas, from the state of Georgia. Well, I don't know if he's from the state of Georgia. He played at Georgia.
Oh,
So we're going to go with him. We're going with Thomas at Tampa.
Andrew
Tom Brady.
Thomas, offensive lineman. Tom Brady gets some protection. Someone protect his kid's mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody
Georgia.
protect his sciatica.
Oh, gotcha.
He is
All right.
Jesus.
With the 15th pick now, Scotty's Denver Broncos are on the clock.
Ooh, on
we
the
all got our
Pick is in.
teams.
It's Henry Ruggs.
All right. Henry
It's Henry Ruggs. It's Henry Ruggs.
All right. So likely a who would you rather there with the Broncos? It was either going to be CeeDee Lamb or Henry Ruggs.
Yep.
And
I'm glad you
the
didn't make
Broncos,
me have to choose CeeDee Lamb because I would have had to.
The Broncos
damn.
got their speedster wide receiver from Alabama. Bunch of Bama up in this first round. 16th pick is back to Scotty, the Atlanta Falcons.
Ooh.
Who are the Falcons
With
whiffing
the
on this year?
16th pick in the 2020 THF draft, the Atlanta Falcons select.
Okay, guys.
Hello?
The Atlanta Falcons select cornerback C.J. Henderson.
Ooh, CJ
From Florida.
Henderson, DB.
Bit of a reach,
Explain.
but they
Yeah.
just got rid of Trufant, and they need a corner bad. So
That's not a bit of a reach. Like, I've seen a lot of mock drafts that had them taking Henderson.
All right, Zach sources say goodbye. That should have been me. Okay. All right, I have a lot of time to think about my next pick. All right, 17th pick, the Dallas Cowboys, America's team.
Ooh.
Someone get Dak Prescott some measuring tape. 6 feet isn't enough to avoid Zeke's stomach.
Dallas
He's
Cowboys,
bad.
The Dallas Cowboys, after having spent of half of Jerry.
Good one, Zach.
sorry,
With
I'm
the
sorry. I'm
17th
sorry.
pick of the THF draft, the Dallas Cowboys select.
The Dallas, after having spent
he's
half
back
of
to try again.
Oh,
Jerry
God.
Jones having spent half of Jerry Jones' retirement on their offense. Why are you looking at me like that? Okay, they're gonna go defense here. They're taking Kinlaw,
Oh, fuck
Mr.
you.
Kinlaw, the defensive tackle from South Carolina.
What's his first name, Zach?
Javon Kinlaw.
Oh, damn it.
I already said it. I bailed him out.
Yeah.
You can only pick him
Matter.
if you know his first
either-
name by
yeah.
heart.
It was either that or Xavier McKinney, and I went with fucking Kinlaw.
All right, 18th pick. We're over halfway done up in this beast. All right, 18th pick, second pick for Miami. They are the proud owners of Tua Tagovailoa. Who is their second pick? Ooh, that dog will hunt.
All right. Well, I was hoping for an offensive tackle here, guys.
Yeah,
But all of them have been taken. All the top ones.
Slim Pickens.
Except for Austin Jackson from USC.
Oh, where the hell is he? Going deep on the board.
Deep on the board, needs an offensive tackle to protect Tua. His hip's already bad. You can't be taking hits to the hip, you know. No one likes hip hits.
Potentially a guy you could have got in the second round
We'll see.
goes 18th overall.
He's top 30 on my board.
Oh God, what a board it is!
He could have went with Josh Jones, but instead he went with Austin Jackson. All right.
Yep.
All right, 19th pick coming up. It's Zach back again with the Raiders.
The Raiders are making the board. The Raiders. All right.
With the 19th pick in the THF mock draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select.
The Las Vegas Raiders are going to go with Justin Jefferson, wide receiver, LSU.
Ooh, Justin Jefferson, the LSU product, taken by the Las Vegas Raiders. Derek Carr has a new weapon, or does that weapon belong to Jordan Love?
Or Marcus Mariota.
Ooh,
Only time will tell.
We're a fun podcast. What are you going to do?
Just listen. We are a fun podcast.
All right, now I'm awake from my nap with the 20th pick. The Jacksonville Jaguars are going to select Kenneth Murray, linebacker, Oklahoma. Already ruled that he wants to demand a trade in 2023.
The Ravens are weeping right now.
Kenneth Murray, linebacker. Okay, Oklahoma. Off the board. Boom. All right, with the 21st pick, who's up?
The Eagles. Zach.
The Eagles.
Zach's up.
Back to me. The Eagles really need a wide receiver, and they are just blue in the face after the Raiders
With the
took Justin
21st
Jefferson.
pick, the Philadelphia Eagles select.
There's only one
Philadelphia
option
Eagles
here.
select Denzel Mims.
Jesus.
Right.
What?
Hopefully Carson Wentz can stretch to a few first downs. Denzel Mims, wide receiver from Baylor, off the board.
Takes
Off the board.
takes Aguilar's spot for most drop passes on the team.
With the 22nd pick, the Minnesota Vikings are on the clock, and the Vikings pick is in.
The Vikings
They select.
are thanking their NFC foes for taking Mims because they're going to take T. Higgins, Clemson, wide receiver. Goodbye, Stephon
New
Diggs. Hello, T. Higgins.
A possible landing spot one pick later with New England is taken off the board as Minnesota picks the better receiver one pick after the Eagles take Denzel Mims. Wow.
Denzel who?
Agree to disagree. Says Jeffrey Lurie. All right. Now, the New England Patriots, the new look New England Patriots. Is it Jacob Eason, quarterback, a stretch? You know how Belichick likes his projects, but he doesn't trade up for a first-round pick. Instead, he takes linebacker Patrick Queen from LSU.
Whoa.
Damn it!
New England needed linebackers after losing Kyle Van Noy, Jamie Collins, and Landon Roberts to free agency. They get Patrick Queen, linebacker from the defending national champions.
The Ravens are in trouble at inside linebacker.
All right, now with the 24th pick, I think it's another New Orleans. That's me again, coming back at you. The Saints, I'll just tell you now, not a lot of glaring needs, but they're going to take Zach Braun, linebacker from Wisconsin.
Ooh.
They get linebacker help, depth pick
Very
here, and that
saucy.
you need a linebacker that's going to be able to cover Christian McCaffrey. They got one in Zach Braun out of Wisconsin. Good Big Ten guy.
You are right.
Nice pick, Shelby.
Who is up next? Thank you.
Yeah,
It's
what's
the
in
Dolphins. It's the Dolphins.
The
Dolphins.
The Dolphins.
No, it's the Vikings.
Whoops.
Then the
25th pick, right?
Dolphins.
Yeah.
Quick one. 25th pick overall. The Miami Dolphins select.
Oh, it is the Dolphins.
Oh, it is.
Oh, the Vikings.
Oh my
sorry.
God.
Yeah, it is the Vikings. Right.
Yeah.
This puts... Okay, so with the 25th pick, yes, the Vikings are going to take the second best edge rusher they believe in the draft, A.J. Epineza from Iowa.
Oh.
Ooh.
Gotta love this kid. Iowa.
Surprised
good
he
reach.
fell
Great with his hands.
that far.
Great with his hands. What's his name?
AJ
He's not even the
Epineza?
second best. He's the third best, but good pick.
Oh, gotcha. AJ Epineza off the
Epineza,
board.
I think he's...
Zach coming up next, maybe? No, you can't take that tight end from Dayton. All right.
There's a tight end at Dayton.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's like a projected third rounder.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Dayton has a.
But he's like the second best.
Why
best
hasn't
tight end in
Dayton's
this draft
football
is
team
tight
just
end.
folded?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
They got the field to fold AJ Green's foot.
Hey,
Zing.
Dolphins.
All right, with the 26th pick, Scotty with the Dolphins.
The Dolphins are glad
That's the one they got
Ebenezer
from
got
the
taken.
Texans, right?
Ebenezer got taken because that was their second. So this makes their choice easy. It's Grant Delpit, safety, LSU.
Nice.
Ooh, good pick in the secondary. Bolster that secondary for that, that coveted lethal passing attack of Josh Allen, Sam Darnold, and Jared Stidham.
You put a stranglehold on the division.
Minka Fitzpatrick
All right,
is gone.
20
They need a safety.
Yeah.
27th pick back up. Scotty with a 3-peat. He's got Seattle's pick coming up right now.
Please don't take this person.
Seattle, they're trying to rebuild the Legion of Boom.
Thank
Cornerback AJ Terrell from Clemson.
Nice. Damn it.
Nice.
AJ Terrell from the national championship runner-up. Don't look at the tape from the LSU game. Just a heads up. Love everything else, though. 28th pick. With the Baltimore Ravens, Zach's team. They might need a quarterback.
Yes, they don't have one.
They don't have one.
All they have is
four
that
running backs.
All they have is that bitch from Penn State. And you know what?
Yeah,
We're going
fucking
with another bitch from Penn State, Yetur Gross Matos, the edge rusher.
Matos.
Yetur Gross
Matos. Yetur Gross Matos. Oh, the Big Ten, a run on Big Ten defensive ends coming at you with Matos, the big D lineman. This guy, 6'5", 266, does a little bit of everything except go in the top half of the first round. Okay.
How's it feel, bitch? In the 20s.
All right. Now, the miracle team from last year, the Tennessee Titans on
I
the
thought you were
clock,
gonna say the Chiefs.
and a lot of... No.
Yeah, miracle team. Fucking bullshit. Bullshit.
Good?
Yeah.
He's having a fucking stroke.
Can I go?
Yeah.
All right, the Titans are going to select pronunciation here, Kaylavon Chasson,
Yeah.
Chasson.
edge rusher from LSU.
Oh, I could
They
have dropped my
gotta have
Chasson.
They got to come up with someone to be alongside Vic Beasley to get after those
my
AFC
cousin.
South quarterbacks.
Is that where he is now? The
you say?
Titans?
It's my
Vic Beasley?
Who? Oh, your cousin.
My cousin.
Yeah, that's where he's at.
Okay.
Defensive end out of LSU.
We're in the home stretch. We're in the 30s.
Yeah.
Oh man, what we got? We should have the.
I got two
What it do,
picks.
baby?
What it do, baby?
Actually, Zach had, or no, Scotty had. You're done, Zach.
Yeah, I'm
Good
done.
job. All right, Scotty,
Mediocre
30th
job.
pick, Green Bay.
Hey,
Green Bay is going to take the only receiver available that makes sense,
Oh,
and
I
that's
almost took
Ayuk.
this.
You almost took
Yeah.
it with New England. Brandon
With Tennessee,
Ayuk.
I almost
Ayuk.
took him.
I think he looks good. I think that he's got speed. He'll probably work well with Aaron Rodgers and as a number 2 to spread the offense.
Bitch.
Daddy, chill.
Wide receiver from Arizona State, Brandon Ayuk. All right.
Bless you.
Thank you. All right. Last pick for me. The defending NFC champions, almost winning a Super Bowl. This is definitely, I think the 49ers don't hold on to this pick. They don't have a pick in the second, third, or fourth round, but they have 2 first-rounders. They're giving up one of them, but since I have to take someone, I'm going to take Antoine Winfield, safety/cornerback from Minnesota. He can play both positions. They get another corner outside Richard Sherman to go up against Jared Goff, the Russell Wilsons, the Kyler Murrays. Boom.
To end the draft, we go to the Super Bowl champions, Kansas City Chiefs, and they are going to take, and this is tough because both of them are available, but I'm going to take DeAndre Swift, just slightly better, I think, dynamically than J.K. Dobbins, so I'm taking DeAndre Swift here for the Chiefs.
This is gonna be really interesting, just because this is the one that I think could, like, you have 3 different options here. I think you have Dobbins, you have Swift, you have Taylor, right?
Yeah.
And
Taylor's not going to go.
Taylor's
think
not
he's
going to
gonna
go. It's
go
between
first.
Dobbins.
He's too
It's between
one-dimensional.
Dobbins and Swift.
yeah,
He's 2-1.
Yeah.
He would be a first-round pick.
but
in
if somebody,
2005.
but if there's like one team early on that's like that trades up, into like
No.
the late 20s and they go with a running back,
No chance.
like in the late 20s, early
Unless
30s.
It'll be
somehow
Dobbins.
Houston doesn't have the
No.
draft capital.
What I'm saying is somebody trades up in early to get a running back.
Oh, I don't think.
But before this last pick,
Right.
if Swift or Dobbins is gone by this pick, then you have to choose between whoever's left and Taylor.
I just don't see any way that happens.
Me neither.
All right. Reminder: the 6 teams without a first-round pick: the Chicago Bears, the
'em.
Buffalo Bills,
Saints?
Pittsburgh Steelers, Los Angeles Rams, Houston Texans, and Indianapolis Colts.
Saints have a first round pick.
Yes.
Yeah, they have 24th overall.
Who did we have them take?
Zach
sure
Braun,
Zach-
linebacker, Wisconsin.
Oh yeah.
I picked that one.
I'm pretty sure that like we didn't really have any. I like this mock draft actually. I think the only surprises was the Dolphins having to take the best OT available, and then
Yeah,
Detroit
that
and
wouldn't-
the
there's-
Giants swapping their picks. Basically,
You would have to trade out of that. Yeah.
No, I don't. I just think Miami takes another position. If like they could get Austin Jackson in the second round.
Well, I was almost going to take the edge rusher from Iowa with the first pick, and then take it Delpit with the second pick, but I wasn't sure both would be there.
Okay.
Anyway.
Good. Should we tweet this out and see if anyone ridicules it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
All right.
Which
We
no
should
one
also
will
pause.
because it's fucking perfect, and you're a fucking pussy ass
It's so
bitch.
good.
And you like fucking.
It's okay. We'll also keep a tracker of how many we get right.
All right.
Yep.
All right, guys. Now we got to talk about something that hit me like a ton of bricks today. Glancing on Twitter, and Mike Brown's trending.
Oh my god.
I'm like, hold on. First of all, first glance,
what's wrong?
first
What
thing
did he do?
first thing that comes to mind in these times, Rona. It's like, who got Rona? It's like, oh my God, Mike Brown has Rona.
Katie,
right
get the
before
straps.
Katie B's.
Would that be
Katie
would that,
Buckets.
Would that be good for you or bad? in your
Bad.
opinion? That'd be bad. You don't want Mike Brown to die so somebody else can run things.
No, I don't
mean,
want
like-
someone to die of coronavirus.
Shelby on or Zach on record, like just wishing for people to get coronavirus.
No, I'm not wishing because I
It's
could give a
recording,
shit.
so
Yeah, I know. I could give a shit if he died or not. I'm just
Anyway.
saying a lot of people don't like Mike Brown, so I just wanted to get your opinion on that.
anyway, there was just a technical glitch with the number 1 pick in the NFL's virtual mock draft today. Adam Schefter said it wasn't the Bengals' fault. So there's
you
a
see,
good sign.
somebody-
But I can't
My
help
favorite
but
gif
think
of this.
Because they're running on Cincinnati Bell Internet. It's probably what
I
Oh
can't
my
help
God,
but
that's
think it's
probably
Mike
exactly
Brown.
it.
I
Nick
can't help but
Lachey
think it's
can't
Mike
help you
Brown.
now.
Like has like I don't know, what are these old softwares?
My favorite gif was like
AOL.
Mike Brown trying to put in his first round pick, and he just like drags the computer to trash can.
To
He's
trash
like,
can.
What happened? And the computer just disappears in front of him. Like,
Very well could happen. So who knows what's gonna happen Thursday night? I'm so excited.
oh, dude, it's gonna be so
but,
good. And then afterwards, I'm just I might cry like for 3 days in a row.
Yeah, for sure. And then read about like people grading your teams, how they did, and
Yeah,
like just
My-
just sifting through all the grades until you find a good one. Be like, this guy knows what he's talking about.
He's like, actually, the Broncos didn't do that bad. He's like, oh, thank God. Like,
Yeah, it's
fucking
like-
this graduate from fucking Auburn just just
Exactly.
got his first writing gig. It didn't call the Broncos
Yeah.
okay draft okay.
University of Colorado Independent newspaper.
Oh, thank God. Everyone else is giving
Yeah.
the Broncos like a D plus.
Yeah. Oh, Cedric Ogbuehi and Jake Fisher, 2 back-to-back solid tackles taken by the Bengals. Like, okay, I'm listening. Okay, good. Talk me off the ledge. All right. So Mike Brown is trending, not corona-related. Sorry, Zach. All right. All right, speaking of Zach, okay, so President Donald J. Trump, a.k.a. 45.
Biggest cheerleader.
Him
Quarente
him
Cinco.
and the reigning NFL MVP running back Lamar Jackson are best friends now. Zach, your immediate reaction when Trump tweets that Lamar Jackson was a great pick, and Lamar Jackson responds, trust Trump.
Yeah.
Big trust. Woo woo.
Yeah,
In the
I mean, I
flesh.
guess. I mean, I'd be pretty excited. I know Nick Bosa's heart is broken.
No. How has someone not tweeted that yet?
It was so random.
It was. I'd
Yeah.
sent you that tweet.
Yeah, it
damn
was
it.
tweeted. It was just so random. Like he's in the middle of tweeting, just in the middle of taking a shit on Air Force One and tweeting about what medicines you definitely shouldn't be taking for the coronavirus. He just was like, "Oh yeah, this is really cool to see this one no-name player from Louisville being excited that Lamar Jackson got taken in a draft that was 2 years ago.
Yeah,
it came out of nowhere.
Tell you what, the memes that came out of this were fantastic.
Trump
Yeah, that was
on
the
Chris
best part.
Brown's face when he does the video with Little Dicky.
Look at my African American friend over here.
Are you the greatest? You're the greatest.
And it's just like Lamar Jackson on the sideline.
And the bottom of the ticker says it's CNN. It's like Trump calls out African American. Are you the greatest?
Yeah.
All right.
It was weird. It was funny to see the responses from the other Ravens players too, where they're just like Tony Jefferson was like,
Yeah, I saw one. It was like, please tell me, Lamar, this is for Tiana Trump. It's like, we can excuse some horniness right now, but like we can't excuse this.
My favorite thing about it was like the local media or like even the national media coming out and trying to justify it and be like, they're like, hey guys, just so you know, like Lamar Jackson when he said trust Trump, he didn't mean like in relation to Trump. It means like he's like, oh cool, like appreciate it, not like he supports Trump. Like you don't need to like explain that. I feel like
Yeah, just chill,
Dude.
Just like,
Daddy
it's
chill.
not gonna help.
Daddy chill.
Daddy chill. All right,
Daddy chill.
So this is a new one. So today's April 20th. It's weed talk, but it's also Hitler's birthday. And
Yep.
this will get cut out if he doesn't answer. But this is going to be...
we haven't had Nathan on
Yeah,
since
Nathan-
sports were still a thing.
I heard a bad rumor.
Since the NFL was
I don't
still
want
a
it to
thing.
be true. All right, so we're going to try to connect with him via Facebook chat and see if he can comment on his great
Is it
his distant cousin,
cousin? Yeah,
uncle,
whatever
Adolf
it
Hitler's
is.
birthday today.
They're related, and it's his fault.
What? Fucking
All right, it's
Time
ringing.
machine.
It's ringing.
fucking zero chance he answers.
Time machines.
There's
There's no
chance.
way. There's
He'll
no fucking way.
he'll text me oh
tomorrow.
My God.
He'll text you
He's
tomorrow.
Answering. He's answering.
Hey!
Nathan. Okay, Nathan.
Happy birthday from all of us to you. We wish it was our birthday so we could kill some
execute
Jews.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. All right, Nathan.
Ouch.
You're live. You're actually our first Hopeless Fan podcast guest. So you're gonna have to talk loud.
Okay.
I think
I can
that's
hear.
doable.
Yeah,
We
just-
wanted.
Yeah, hold
okay.
it close to the mic. We'll
All
be
right,
good.
we wanted to ask you how you're celebrating your great uncle cousin's birthday today.
You know, no comment.
Please don't be serious. Okay. Okay, good. All right, he's no commenting.
There's no
Please
comment.
don't
All
be
right.
serious. Don't show the barbecue in your backyard.
Oh my god.
All right.
He's in the barbecue.
All right,
I didn't even mean it
Zach,
like that.
Shut up.
Holy
Jesus.
All right, Nathan, just tell us how your quarantine's been.
You know, quarantine has been rough with no sports. I'm actually losing my mind. I'm fortunate that, don't live alone. Beautiful girlfriend here alongside me, but no sports has really driving me crazy. The last dance about MJ and the Chicago Bulls last night was phenomenal.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
New life.
That's one person's opinion. Anyone listening, don't take any weight in that. That's just Nathan weighing in. Nathan,
Like agreeing with Hitler.
Nathan. So since sports aren't an option, what are you gambling $3 on?
No, he's putting $1,000 into the betting account, but only betting $3 of it.
The stock market is girlfriend-sanctioned gambling.
Okay, girlfriend sanctioned. How is that going? I heard airlines are down. I should buy airlines.
Airlines are down. I wouldn't be too hot to buy them, but I'm telling you, Gilead Sciences, they're making the vaccine for this. Gone up.
They were trending on Twitter. Not a good pick.
I recommend it.
Yeah, they're trending on Twitter. It's not a good pick, Nathan.
What's one piece of stock cost me? What's it run me?
$83 a share.
Ooh, that's
Okay.
too rich for me.
Right, just to hopefully go up like to
Nathan,
90.
Nathan, what'd you do with your $50 stimulus check? Because you're in that tax bracket.
Nope, I got the full $1,200.
What? You're that
What?
broke?
Fucking
Bitch,
broke
boy?
bitch.
You kidding me?
Damn.
I get it. I got it. So,
Oh my
washer
God.
and dryer, really lame.
Fucking shattered his public image right there. He's
Yeah,
not a young
that was
he's
not-
not a
you-
young professional.
Yeah, you should have lied about that.
I didn't get it.
What? Okay, the Browns picked 10th. We just did a live mock draft, 1 through 32. I'm gonna ask you who you want the Browns to pick, and then I'll tell you who we actually picked for them.
And I picked it, by the way.
Interesting. Okay, I'm actually not quite sure. There's a lot of great offensive linemen.
Oh?
We really need help at the tackle position. I know we got
Probably use a new quarterback, too.
One that weighs a little less.
But now we got Conklin from Tennessee, but we still need a ton of help at the other tackle position. So I'd be looking at tackles, but there's like 3 or 4 good candidates that I know there's been a lot of rumors out there.
So who do you think?
Towards that position.
So any names, or are you just gonna disguise the fact that you don't know anybody?
Name one tackle who's in the draft class this year. Name one.
No, I won't even try to disguise it. I don't know.
Yikes.
If it's not skill, I'm not familiar enough unless I've been looking recently, which I haven't.
I haven't seen someone dance around a subject like this since the Nuremberg trials.
Since a certain dictator in a
And
bunker.
with that, we bring it full circle.
That's okay. Last question. Are you concerned? That was
Viva
so
just
good.
following.
That was so good.
Viva just following authors.
God, that was so great. All right, last question. Are you concerned that Baker Mayfield's fat?
A little bit, yes.
Who's
Okay.
fatter, Ezekiel Elliott or Baker Mayfield?
Baker Mayfield.
Okay, that's it. Nathan, thanks so much.
Yep, absolutely.
Tell the missus I said hi. Congrats on your engagement.
And oh, I didn't even know that. All right, congrats on that, and congrats on
He's
the
not.
birthday.
He's
Oh.
not. But I wanted her to be there. Okay. All right, see ya.
She's texting me.
All right, bye. He's sweating like a bitch.
I talked throughout the whole thing and he didn't even hear me.
Oh, that was good.
That was gold. No, he couldn't hear anything you said. That's all right. He didn't say
Fuck you,
anything.
Nathan.
Oh, that was good. I'm so glad he answered. All right, it's time for Mount Rushmore season. It's the worst / annoying things in sporting events. You could be at a game, you could be watching on TV. Scotty has the first pick.
Yeah, I'm going to say when everyone gets really excited about a game because it's a great game or the underdog came back and won it and everyone's excited and it's like history's made, but you bet the under, so like you can't really be excited.
Been there.
Rams Chiefs game.
Zach, you didn't even know what a bet was that year.
That's true.
Fucking
I didn't know
how
what
about
overs
Texans
unders were.
Texans Chiefs game?
Yeah.
Fuck that, dude.
When
I was
we
like,
were at the casino?
in playoff game.
The
Yeah,
playoff
the
game?
casino game.
Oh,
Shelby.
God.
Dude, I was like, I was like, I win this entire bet as long as the Texans don't get outscored by 40 points from here on.
Yeah,
and
so-
they got outscored by 41 or some shit. I was like, are you
Yeah,
fucking kidding me?
A person with a tease Texans ticket had them
Yeah.
blow a 41-point lead. And then at
Yep.
the very end, they had it first and goal at the 10. Couldn't score a touchdown for the backdoor teased cover.
Duke Johnson
That
dropped
was
it.
awful. Yeah. All right, Zach.
I'm gonna go with your at a game injury timeouts.
Yeah.
Like when you're rocking and you're rolling, and it's especially
good
you've had
one.
a couple beers or like 10 or 12 if you're me. You're having a great time, and then it's like,
Zach.
I hurt my ankle.
Zach, what do you do? Just drop like 150 at games because beers are like $10 a pop.
No, I have to. Well, anytime I went to a game, it was when I was a poor boy. I haven't had my comeuppance as rich boy
comeuppance.
till recently.
Senator. All right, I'll go. It's when you're actually at a game and you're like, you do drink a lot, or maybe you pregame beforehand and you break the seal. So like you're running to the bathroom
yeah.
during the
No.
game, and yeah,
That could be at home too, man.
But
that could
it's
be
easier
either.
at home. It's
Yeah.
not running out. You can't see the field.
Yeah.
You're listening to the play-by-play radio
You should get in
while
one
you're
of those
pissing.
stretches, like 2 minute, like a teams in 2 minute
Yeah.
drill. You broke the seal. There's no timeouts
No.
because they're running. There's like a hurry up offense.
Yeah.
And
it's
it's
like,
the most
oh,
exciting point of the game.
It's like, oh, if I wait till halftime, I'll piss at the beginning of halftime. I'll have to piss again by the end of halftime.
Like, sorry, party guests. I'm pissing in this bottle on my couch.
All right, next is football games. Holding after your team has a long play.
Oh yeah, dude,
You're
that
like
sucks.
you're all excited after a long play, and then it's like that ticker comes up. It's like holding. It's like, oh, this one's coming back. You see the offense like backing up. You're like, wait a minute. We just got 70 yards. Like,
You see the-
holding.
yeah,
Oh,
you
any special teams run, you're just like waiting for the flag.
Yeah,
Yep.
a huge big ass bomb pass. And how many times I've seen Joe Flacco just like look like he just got diagnosed with cancer because fucking Alex Lewis had fucking holding on a play, didn't even need a hold on.
All right, Zach, you're up.
All right, my next one is at a game again. Motherfuckers wearing jerseys of a team that's not playing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Marlon's
You know
guy
what
is
I'm
a,
talking
is a
about.
You know
legend.
what I'm talking about. Yeah, that should have been number one overall. It's like when we're at the fucking Ravens Bengals game.
Rams jersey.
Yeah, or some dickhead's wearing a Patriots jersey.
Yeah.
It's usually Patriots or
Dude
I
put
can
his
even- I
money
can
into the
understand
sport. He
Steelers
wants to show
'cause it's
off.
division. Yeah.
You got a fresh cut, didn't you? Mm-hmm. All right,
Yeah.
Scotty, 2 picks.
Wait, Zach got a cut?
No, I'm saying like he wants to show off
Oh, yeah.
that new fan.
No, I got
It's
it,
like,
yeah.
oh, I'm not going to sit at home.
Yeah.
I'll just go to this game in a Patriots.
No,
jersey.
my hair is still disgusting. Go ahead,
My
Scotty.
my second pick is going to be game cancellations, especially like if you're at a baseball game. That fucking sucks.
Oh yeah,
When it gets like
you
rained
drive
out
all the way down there
Yeah,
and
dude.
it gets rained
That
out.
blows.
Oh yeah.
It's like it will
Big
come
time.
down. And it's like forecast says rain. Maybe we'll play. Maybe we won't.
Oh yeah, or even you remember when I dropped remember that bet I made on the Giants game? It was like I bet $100 or something dollars on the Giants game. Oh sorry, we bet the over. Oh sorry, it's projected 80 inches of rain. This Giants Eagles game.
I remember. Remember 2 years ago, Scotty and I went to our first Reds game of the season. It's against the Cubs in Cincinnati.
That's exactly what
and
I'm
it was
talking
like,
about.
I got a Snapchat, but like 2 hours before the game, of a girl that works there, who worked for the Reds, and like showing how sunny it was, and I'm like, Scotty, let's go! And like while we're driving down there, there's basically like tornadoes passing us, like cows flying in midair. And, like,
That's
might play
where
tonight.
that Midwestern that stupid ass Midwestern saying comes in. We don't like the weather. Wait 10 minutes.
yeah.
Here's
yeah.
the thing that sucks
So then,
about
like,
that. It's like
as
if you
soon-
don't go to the fucking game, you don't get like and it plays. Like if you decide not to take the risk, you're like, oh,
You're an idiot, yeah.
So it's like either you go and you get to go again some other time, but you're like disappointed because you drove all the way fucking out there. It's a huge time waster. But then if you don't go and the game plays, it's like, fuck, dude, I wasted a ticket.
It is pretty nice though, going up with those tickets to Will Call and being like, all right, I'd like to exchange these for another game, and they're just like, here's a list of games, and you're like, ooh, I get to just nitpick, and they're like, not that game because there's too good of an opponent,
Right.
Like not this game because it's a Saturday. Here's Tuesday afternoon against the Marlins. Spit on you. All right, Scotty, your next pick.
I'm gonna say that one dude who you watch the game with, you know, is not that intelligent when it comes to sports, but he has like all these opinions that he is so adamant that he's right about.
So watching a game with Scotty.
Zach's like, I'm CEO of that company.
Or like the dude, maybe we talked about it on this podcast before, that the dude that me and Shelby were in B-dubs with, we were watching this, and
Oh
the
my
guy behind
God.
the counter was like, oh yeah, in the Super Bowl, who almost got that Hail Mary against the Giants, Scott Chandler. We're like, what? Scott Chandler was not even in the fucking league, dude. He's like, no, dude, I'm 100%
Scott Chandler was like a senior in high school when the Patriots played the Giants in the second.
He's like,
Super
no, dude, I'm
Bowl.
100% sure
And-
that was Scott Chandler. I'm like, no, it
I'm
wasn't.
100% certain you're a fucking
He's like, I'm a
idiot.
Patriots fan, dude. That was Scott Chandler, 100%. I'm like, no, it
I was like,
fucking
that's
wasn't.
great for you, dude, but it wasn't Scott
Yeah,
Chandler.
like, dude, and like I just hate people who, especially, they think they know what should happen in the game. They're like, oh, dude, why didn't he call why didn't he fucking call a timeout? Or like, why didn't he do this play? Like, oh, dude, you should probably be an offensive coordinator because you've
That's
so
a
fucking
distant
smart.
cousin to like someone who says like, "Oh my god, that guy was wide open after the play," and it was like,
Exactly.
"Oh no, not really. He really wasn't. There was a
Or when
corner
a
right
kicker,
there."
when
Yeah.
a kicker misses a kick or a punter has a bad punch, it's like, how much do you get paid to do this?
Yeah, that's actually the worst person. It's like Joey Votto, Reds first baseman.
My
like,
dad every
strikes
time.
out.
That's a total-
strikes out. They pay him like
That's a
$10
total
million.
dad- that's a total dad comment.
They pay him $10 million a year to. They can't even hit the ball. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, he struck out once.
$10 million
Yeah,
a year
teams-
to catch a ball?
Any
What?
fan who can't be reflective and just like, you can't look at their team in a negative way. They'll just be like, no, that was 2 feet in. He got that in. Are they seriously reversing that touchdown when so evidently it was like fucking like a foot out of bounds or something?
So right.
Sus.
All right, Zach, your third pick.
Bunk.
Yeah.
Bonk.
Um,
Damn it.
late.
Getting Booger
Late.
McFarlane as a commentator of your game.
That poor guy. Well, first of all, how about ESPN being like, "Here, everyone, take $12 million to replace Booger," and no one wants to, and then they're like, they go back to Booger and Joe Tessitore, and they're just like, "Hey guys, welcome back for another year, I guess." Like,
Jason Witten decided he wanted to go back to football.
he
so-
decided he didn't want hair transplant again. All
That
right,
hair was
my
not
third
staying
pick-
on too well. He wanted to be bald. Thanks.
Good one,
Laugh.
Scotty. All right, my third
I
pick
had to
is
hold
kind
on
of
that one so
is
bad.
kind of with Zach is like announcers you don't agree with.
Oh,
So it's
yeah.
like-
or announcers that they're like a closeted hater of your team.
Yeah, so it's like for you, like Lamar Jackson throws a pick and is like, well, he's had issues with accuracy, and that's what the bugaboo was about him when he came out of college. And it's like, shut up.
He won an MVP. Kill yourself.
Yeah. Last pick is right when your team makes a good play and they're running to the line of scrimmage and the other coach throws the red challenge flag right before the snap.
Like, damn it.
Damn! Oh, shit!
We were 0.7 seconds away from them not having a chance.
Yeah, it's like they're gonna-
Especially when you know it was not a catch.
It's like 7 defenders are saying like, incomplete.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, to the ball, hurry up. Hike.
Or you're on the other end of that where it happens to you.
Right.
That's almost just as bad.
It was like the Bengals. Dalton would take his sweet time. He'd fucking call a timeout. Be like, take your
Move,
time
you
looking
fat
at
ass.
it. All right. All right, Zach, your last pick.
My last pick is when you're at a game and you're. This is just like when we would.
When you're at a game and you have 11 beers and they won't give you your 12th one.
Because
It's
you're
like,
fucking
you
stumbling and
remember
throwing
that?
up on the ground.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that? What was clearly a homeless man sitting in front of us at that Ravens Bengals game,
Oh,
where
yeah.
he literally had a 40 in a paper bag, and
My
he
guy.
was like, "Fire Marvin Lewis."
yeah. And I was like, this motherfucker spit.
Yeah, that's like those drunk.
Marvin Lewis was
homeless
fired
fans
last
that
year,
somehow
bro.
found their way into the game. No, this was
No, I
this
know.
was-
2015.
I know.
This was a while
December.
ago.
Yeah.
This is when what's
Ryan Mallett.
Yeah, Ryan
was the
Mallett,
quarterback for the Ravens.
Arkansas
24-16.
Yeah.
Bengals won.
roasted.
Zach and I mustered the cold, frozen Cincinnati weather to
We
see
walked
Ryan
down
Mallett
the
versus
hill.
AJ McCarron.
I walked down the hill with that. You remember that I had that
Should've
that
rolled.
30 rack. It was like a natty pack, but it had still 24 beers left in it. I
Good
had
one,
carried
Scott.
it all the way to the. We were like, "Where's the?"
Yeah, Zach. Zach was walking around downtown with
And
a
people
30
were like,
pack.
"Hey, can I get a beer?
Yeah,
Hey, can I get a beer?"
Zach
Like,
was walking around downtown with a 30 pack. He's like, I'm afraid the cops just gonna bust my spot, you know. All right, Scotty, your last
I
pick.
was more worried about people like mugging me for my beer.
Guys, I'm sitting on
Yeah,
that
it is
Jason
Cincinnati.
Witten hill still, and I like fucking hand up. That was bad. I needed to first apologize publicly.
All right, good, accepted.
This
see how
is
I
hard to
go
go with. I'm gonna. If you guys don't accept this answer, I have another one. It's just watching a game and just knowing it's gonna end up on Shine 9. Like fuck this.
Shine 9. 10 reasons why the Broncos shouldn't have beat the Raiders in Week 17. It's like,
Fuck
oh,
you,
damn
Adam.
it. Just trying to enjoy it.
What is a
that's good.
Shine 9 looking like right now? Like, is he digging deep?
Shine
like,
9.
just
69.
9
different-
reasons I'm not
different-
gonna
9
kill
different
myself during
di-
quarantine.
9 different dildos that are duty free.
It's like subscribed by Odell Beckham. All right, I have some honorable mentions.
Same.
All right, why don't you go and then I'll go?
How about
Shelby always wants to be last.
the broadcasts showing owners throughout the entire event, or like if there's a cute story that they highlighted, like ESPN does this all the time. If there's a story they highlighted at the beginning of the event, like about the one player's mother or sister or brother or wife or whatever, or spouse or something, they will they will just every single play they'll show them in the stands. It's like I get what they look like.
Yeah,
Okay,
any Redskins game from last year where they were like, Alex Smith is still alive.
here's his family.
Remember him? Remember when his leg exploded?
Yeah.
He looked down and it was 10 yards away.
He's going to walk with a hobble for the rest of his life.
Alex Smith's leg was the first person to practice social distancing.
No, but damn. No, but good on him. He's back. Welcome back, Alex Smith.
Damn.
Now I'm forgetting the one. I had a funny one.
Yeah, do they go with Alex Smith or do they go with?
He's not playing this year. He might not play ever again.
I think he is playing this
Going
year.
with
I think he's.
Haskins.
I know that's what I'm saying. I was
he's
like,
fully
you go Alex,
expected to play this year.
If you have a choice between hobbling ass Alex Smith or Dwayne Haskins, do you go with?
Well, I don't know because Haskins
Steal the
is
century.
Also, it was like when announcers have a storyline they're just waiting to comment on. So it was like when Andrew Luck missed all of the 2017 season, they opened the 2018 season with the Bengals. And like the second Eric Ebron caught the touchdown, Andrew Luck's first touchdown of the season, Andrew Catalan or whatever was like, Andrew Luck's first touchdown in 606 days. Like,
Yeah.
just waiting to jump
Jesus.
on that one.
Yeah.
All right, another honorable mention for me. My first one is when your team's on defense and they drop an easy interception. It's like just that first when your team picks off a pass, it's like crack. It's like
I know,
shit,
right?
sudden change, and then like when they drop one, it's like oh god. And usually when they drop one, the other team ends up scoring.
Shelby,
a
you're
touchdown
so
on that
used to
drive.
that Big
Yeah.
Ben doing that to you all the time. Big Ben would
Oh my God,
throw
I
a
know.
dropped interception and then just go down and score a game-winning touchdown.
Yeah, lost in that 2015 playoff game was. Remember that crazy Martavis Bryant
Yes.
touchdown? Mm-hmm. Was Vinny Ray dropped an interception right at the goal line the play before, or something like thrown right to him.
I
yeah.
had a good one when
Here we go.
you're at a game and a defender. Shut up, fuck up, Scotty. We're still gonna circle back to that awful joke you had. Okay, so when the defender,
Gonna roll back
and this
to
is
it.
kind of played out, but the defender wide open overthrown pass, and the defender's like, no, incomplete. But then the fans at the game do the shit too. It's like, oh, you fucking locked him down. I was like, no, the quarterback just threw it.
The
15.
Drake Kirkpatrick special.
Yeah, exactly.
My guy. No, with Big Ben, Scotty, it was more of like, oh, there were 4 Bengals around him, and he shuffles out like a Florida senior citizen, like somehow gets out of like 4 grown men trying to tackle him, and then throws to a wide open Heath Miller for 18 yards on 3rd and 17.
He snuck out of his assisted living home.
Yeah, you know that obviously that Eli Manning played in the Super Bowl against the Patriots to David Tyree. It's like Big Ben did that like once a session versus the Bengals.
Who?
Yeah, absolutely. Scotty, you have another honorable mention?
No, that was it.
Okay. I also had when your team takes a timeout at the line of scrimmage because they're like confused or something. It's always irritating. Remember the Bengals opened the 2017 season against the Ravens. They lost 20-0.
How about
And
when?
the very first play from
Yeah.
scrimmage, Brandon LaFell jumped off sides.
Oh my God.
Yeah, when you come out like week one,
It's like
get,
you've had 6 months to
Yeah.
prepare your game plan for week
Your
1,
first
and
play is
Brandon
like-
LaFell jumped off sides
Yeah.
the very first snap.
yeah,
of
or
the
you have a
season.
delay of game the very first
delay
snap.
of game after like an 80-yard play. Everyone's like, "Holy shit, we just got 70 yards!" Like everyone's running around, like, "What do we do? What do we do?" And then it's like delay of game or timeout.
How about
never fails?
how about using like 2 timeouts in the third quarter, or using both challenges in the first half
Oh,
and
yeah.
losing both?
Yeah, out of challenges earlier, like
God.
2-minute drill, and like, or the worst is when your team's on defense and you need a stop to get the ball back. It was like, oh, remember they wasted those timeouts earlier, and like, oh shit, he's right.
Yeah,
Damn it,
or
fuck
you have your first big game of the season.
Al Michaels
like
always
first
points that
division
shit out.
rival, or you're playing like some big team, and your first offensive possession, you go with a big like crazy gamble risk. High risk, high reward offensive play on your first play, and it doesn't work out. Okay, you have flea flicker, it doesn't work, and then your next play is a handoff.
Yeah.
Oh, just that first down, you go with the gamble, your first possession, and then the next one you're like, well, let's dial it all the way the fuck back, and we're just gonna go for a negative
Gotta
1
establish
That's like
the
the
run
new age
game.
NFL. That's the new age NFL
Exactly.
where if it's 2nd and 7 or longer, don't run.
Yeah.
It was like mid 2000s. That was everyone's MO. Throw it on first down,
I
run it
remember
on second
watching-
down, throw it on third.
I
down.
remember watching the Giants and Patriots Super Bowl, the second one, and Giants did that probably 8 or 9 times where they had a big pass play and then followed it up with a run that went fucking
to Ahmad
nowhere.
Bradshaw or Brandon Jacobs.
Yep.
All right, my last one is when it's like Sunday at like, it's like Sunday 7:45, that hour between the late games ending and Sunday Night Football starting. You're down for the day, losing bets, and it's like, oh shit, the slate's over for today. I got to go back to work tomorrow morning. It's like always the worst feeling because like I've always said, my happiest time of the week of the year is football Sunday from like when I wake up until the first kickoff because I'm not stressed. I got all my stuff laid out. It's hope springs anew. Everything's optimistic, and then the game's starting. It's stress, but those 3 hours in between, it's like I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Hey.
Fantasy matchups, bets.
Hey Shelby, remember when you and I watched the week 1 NFL at my apartment, and it was like 15 minutes to kick off, and I was like, Shelby, I got to take a shower to wash off all the bad bets I had before now, so we can make a
took
new.
one too.
And Shelby's like, that makes so much sense. Do you have a second shower? I'm like, no, I just had the one. We'll shower together. No, but I had a second shower.
Do you know what's awful as well is like when Sunday is all said and done, the Sunday night game's over, you whiffed on all your fucking bets, and then you look at the Monday night game, and it's like there are no good.
No,
bets
I just
here.
look at the Sunday night game and
I'm-
throw fucking
I'm
everything
fucked.
at it. Like it's like a good idea.
I would rather throw everything into a Sunday night game than into a Monday.
Yeah, I
night
can't
game.
watch Booger
remember
and lose
she's
like,
money.
let me
I'd rather
wake
watch
up.
Al
You gotta
Michaels
sleep on it.
and
Yeah.
I'd rather lose money
Yeah.
to Al Michaels than Booger McFarland.
Remember having to talk Scotty off the ledge during the Steelers-Bills game on Sunday Night Football this
Oh,
year?
dude.
Or the Monday night game between the fucking Jags
Or just like
and,
every fucking
the
week
Titans.
at some
Can you
point.
afford progress on that. So,
All right.
all right.
All right, we're going to talk Last Dance.
Last
I would love
Dance.
to.
Zach, full disclosure, didn't watch it.
Yeah, because I was like, oh yeah, totally. We should definitely talk about this on the podcast. I'm gonna watch this. This was last night. I'm gonna watch this tomorrow morning. I'm gonna find a stream of it. Went online. Not a stream ever. The NBA has that shit, or ESPN has that shit on lockdown.
Bruh, don't you have Disney Plus?
Whatever it is.
Get that bundle, you fucking broke boy. Fucking Disney Plus.
I mean,
Disney
I
Plus,
got-
ESPN.
I got Disney Plus, ESPN Plus. I got Hulu. I got Netflix. It's not on any of them shit.
It's on ESPN Plus, dude.
Plenty.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You have to have a cable. You have to have cable
Yeah,
TV.
you have to cable.
What?
Yeah, kill yourself.
Not even
All right,
have a
let's
fucking
proceed.
subscription? That makes no sense.
Correct.
I know.
I watched it
All right,
live
Last
last night
Dance.
on ESPN, the app.
Cool.
Yeah, it is.
Good job,
cool.
man.
Thanks.
Last Dance. Scotty, what'd you think about it? Nostalgic.
I fell asleep. For like
I have.
really?
I have
for
an
like 30
interesting
minutes of it.
anecdote
I
about-
watched an hour and a half of it. But I felt
about Michael Jordan. Hey, Scotty, shut up. I have an interesting anecdote about Michael Jordan in this time period. So when I was about 3 or 4, so this would be 97,
I'm going to go
98,
get a snack over
the
here.
kind of time period we're talking right now. That's cool. I'm talking to Shelby anyways. Didn't want to tell you.
Wiggity.
I was at. This is what my parents tell me. I was at McDonald's with my parents.
Imagine that.
Right? Started me off young. Well, Michael Jordan would be proud. Stop it. Get some help.
For your gambling.
Was that for McDonald's? Was that ad for a McDonald's ad?
It was, yeah, it was for McDonald's anti-drug campaign.
Oh, great.
So I was at McDonald's, and I was a huge Bulls fan. I have this Kodak moment. What do you call that fucking place in the mall where you go to get your pictures taken?
bathroom?
No, you know,
Photo
like,
booth.
Different
the
experience.
photo. No, I'm talking about the photo studio where your parents would get you dressed up, take you to go get your
Elite.
fucking family portraits taken or whatever. I don't know what it's called. And anyways, it was. I had professional photos taken of me in like with a Bulls jersey on, with like a basketball, with like the
Hold my dick.
background and everything. Apparently as a 3-year-old, I was a huge Michael Jordan fan. Anyways, we were in McDonald's.
This is a
and
flex.
Tall,
Bandwagon.
this very tall black guy comes walking by, and I was like, "Daddy, is that Michael Jordan? Can I get his autograph?"
Oh, shit.
Like, racial profiling as a 3-year-old.
Jesus.
And my dad was like, "Oh, shut the fuck up!"
It's like, yeah, it's Michael
You're
Jordan.
gonna
Shut
get
the fuck
my
up.
you're gonna get my 5'7" ass kicked by this big ass black guy. Stop it. So,
All right.
Yeah, that's all I have to say. You guys can go ahead and proceed because
Now into the documentary, Scotty. How impressed were you? Graded on a A through F.
I kind of didn't like how they jumped around so much. I wish they would have just like kept it in one timeline.
I thought that was brilliant of them.
They went with the Tarantino.
Yeah, but it kind of like I did too. For like, I like that they did that. I didn't make it. I don't feel like it was hard to digest by any means. It was just I just kind of like to see the come up from a, it builds upon itself. It insists upon
Yeah,
itself.
it's The whole documentary is about the '98 Bulls. But they got to have some more substance, so they keep rewinding back to kind of like they take a little bit out of the '98, a storyline from the '98 season, and then do the background on it.
Yeah.
So which I thought was different, at least different, because like how many documentaries you see like, oh, this is about Michael Jordan.
Right.
Here's how he started. Here's where he grew
Right.
up. Here's what his parents
True.
did. Here's how his dad died because he didn't pay his gambling debts. What? Oh, yeah, I said it.
Whoa, is that what happened?
That's the rumor. His dad was killed. He was a semi truck driver or something, and he was stopping to take a nap at a rest stop, and 2 hitmen killed him.
No fucking shit.
And like people rumored that I'm serious. People rumored that it was because Michael Jordan had all these gambling debts and he never paid his gambling debts.
Oh.
That's like documented.
He was like, I'm Michael Jordan. I don't have to pay shit.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
Yeah,
that exactly.
Damn, I didn't know Michael Jordan fucking bet. But anyway,
Michael Jackson?
yeah, I didn't know he bet either. Yeah, I fell asleep during the Scottie Pippen come up story. I don't know why I didn't.
Okay.
But like that just felt.
What did
like
you
boring
think
to
of
me.
the villain of? What did you think of the villain of the story, Jerry Strauss?
Oh, yeah.
GM.
I kind of fuck with him. It's-
Oh, he was totally like he was all about like it was like, oh, Michael Jordan, Phil Jackson, fuck you too.
Well-
Like I'm a GM.
yeah.
Yeah, I just
And
don't understand why he was like, I don't care if we go 82-0.
That's what I was saying.
You're
My
not
whole-
coming back. Like, what? What?
My
Yeah,
whole
that
thing
was
was
ridiculous.
like the whole thing like that was so weird. I was like, you have a team that's gonna three-peat for the second time in a decade.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to blow them up?
It's a real Mike Brown move.
It's like when we've never three-peated ever.
Or even had a
No,
one.
we never one-peated.
Exactly. But my whole thing was that like it seemed like me when I like get really good at like career mode on NFL or something. You win like 4 straight Super
called
Bowls and you're like, this
franchise,
is
but, yeah.
stupid. Like, what? I'm gonna win another Super Bowl? Why do I even care anymore? It's like
Let's
the
blow it
motivation's
up.
not there.
I'm gonna trade all my stars away just so I can get like 20 first-round draft picks. I'm gonna win this shit with a bunch of
My
60
favorite-
overall players.
That's like right now in the coaching carousel in NCAA. I'm with Tennessee right now. I'm like, I'd rather just go at Western Michigan, build that up to national prominence, and then
Yeah.
you know, hop
You
over
wanna
to
bring- you wanna
hop
bring-
over to Vanderbilt.
yeah,
and
you want to bring
them up.
happiness to a disenfranchised fan base.
Correct.
My favorite theme of the whole series so far is the fact that it's so obviously a fucking fuck you to what's his name, to the GM.
Jerry Strauss.
Yeah, Jerry Strauss. It's so obviously a big fuck you. It's like I don't know. It was like right at the fucking beginning of the documentary. He's just like he was just fat growing up, and he just never got over that stigma of
Yeah.
people just thinking he's just a fat piece of shit. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, like Larry's like, or Larry Bird. Jordan's just like, oh, you want to do layups with us? Lower the rim. Oh, it's like, and he was holding a water bottle or something. He's like, yeah, take your diet pill or something like
He's like,
that.
how do you
It's
get
like,
to be
oh
that
my
short?
God.
How do you stay that short? Some
Yeah.
shit like that.
Oh my God.
I woke up.
Yeah, it's like,
Jordan's
oh, I wasn't
games-
blessed to be 6'6". Like,
I didn't know about Jordan's games against the Celtics in the playoffs, but when it
Oh,
was
yeah,
so funny
dude.
because it was like the first game he just goes off and then he's like final score 131-105. I'm like, okay, like what the fuck?
it was 135 to 131. 4-point win.
That was the game 2. That was game 2. But
That
he
was
had
game. Oh, okay.
game 1 he had 49 points. It was a blowout, and then game 2 he had like 63, and it was
Yeah,
double
and they
OT
lost
or
again.
OT. Yeah, he lost twice.
Or something. But yeah, that was like insane that the Bulls were 30 and 52 playing a Celtics team that had 4 Hall of Fame starters.
I know.
It was like, I didn't need confirmation that Michael Jordan was the GOAT, but I'll gladly take it.
I didn't. Well, dude, I honestly, and this is what the documentary is doing. What's so crazy is the fact that everyone's tuning in as if it's a sporting event. Like, I think that's so fucking cool for a documentary. Like, it's like people are
The
sitting back.
timing on this.
Yeah, is well, like apparently Jordan has been sitting on this footage since 2016 when LeBron was in the finals. Like
Right.
that's when they recorded. So he has had full say when he wanted to put it out. But I think that I mean I think it's cool that everyone's coming together just to watch it at one time.
And the documentary's not even done. Not all 5 parts are done.
What really?
Yeah, the guy was doing an interview and said like, "Oh, we're pretty sure we can get the 4th part done by the 4th week," and
Damn.
he said like the last like 3 episodes they're not done with. He's like, for the 8th episode we're on like the 1-inch line. The 9th episode we're inside the 20, and for the last episode we're like, we just crossed midfield.
Oh wow.
So
That's
it's not done
that's crazy
yet because they bumped this up. This was
right. They bumped it up because everyone was
this
like,
was supposed
give
to
it
be
to
played
us.
at the NBA Finals. This was supposed to be played every other day during the NBA Finals.
Oh shit.
So I've got a little thing that I saw. So I saw somebody tweet this, and I've other people talking about this as well. They're saying Isaiah Thomas is the only superstar who beat Magic, Bird, and MJ all in their prime. You can't really call Michael Jordan in his prime in the late 80s.
Right, he was still young.
I'd
Yeah.
say
and
he is.
You can't even call
Well,
Magic
you'd be
Johnson
wrong
in
then.
his prime that late
Dude.
either. I mean,
Yeah.
What are you talking about in the
Maybe.
late
he
80s?
probably
Larry
has-
Bird and
he
like
probably has AIDS by now.
yeah.
Larry Bird,
Magic would probably be in his
Magic
prime.
Johnson already passed the torch to Michael Jordan after Game 2 of that playoff series in '86, I think.
Yeah, but I was saying those 2 championships that the Pistons won, MJ was not in his prime.
I think
not in his
MJ's
prime.
prime
He's
is
like
like his
his
entire
prime?
career. Yes.
His
I
prime, no,
I
his
actually
prime
think
starts,
I think
his
MJ
prime
might have
starts
been in
in
his
90
prime. He would have been like in his 5th year.
his prime starts in like 90-91.
Is Pat Mahomes in his prime right now?
Hell yeah.
I would hope not.
Going into his 4th season?
Hell
I
yeah.
hope not.
What do you mean?
I would say he is.
He is, and then he'll like Aaron Rodgers
Okay,
was in
so
his
if you
prime
think
at this
about it
point.
like this, when is Tom Brady's prime?
Tom Brady's
his whole
prime?
fucking
Yeah, when
career,
is his
right
prime?
when he took over.
That's what. No, but when is his prime? You can't have your whole career be your prime.
Probably his prime because he sat for a year and or
07.
two. His prime would probably be like right after his 2nd Super Bowl. You know, 04, 05.
07 when
Yeah,
he
so
went.
by that rationale,
fucking-
you could be like, oh yeah, like Michael Jordan's prime.
Yeah,
was
but
until
not
after
every
his second
prime is
finals.
judged the same. Like, there's no bylaw that says it happens in your
Right.
5th year.
Right. Every player's different, but I'm just saying, like, you can't call
Michael had
Jordan.
established himself as
Yeah, but you can't
the
call
best
his
in the world.
prime at the end of the 80s.
Well, just because he wasn't for those 2 years he wasn't as successful. That doesn't mean it wasn't his prime.
Well, my point is, it's just this depressed fan base of the Detroit sports fans.
Right, they're definitely
reaching like a motherfucker.
They love to mention that they beat
Yeah.
Michael,
Yeah, they love to mention that, and they love to talk about Barry Sanders. It's the only
and
two
I
things
love
they
the
can
Bad
fucking
Boys.
talk about. Yeah,
those are awesome teams.
Yeah.
This is an awesome documentary. But
right. Bill Laimbeer forever, my favorite NBA player from that era.
It's like, what are they trying to argue? Like, back to your original tweet. It's like, is Isaiah Thomas the GOAT? Is that
Yeah.
what they're trying to argue? Like,
Yeah.
It's just a cool stat.
Good.
Not at all.
Try again.
Yeah, and who was that high school coach who called Michael the best player he had ever seen? And it was like, it wasn't even a high school coach. It was like
High school coach Roy
it
Williams.
was Roy. Well, no,
National championship coach for the UNC.
was it Roy Williams who said that? But it was like,
At one point,
Yeah, he went to a high school showcase.
oh yeah, and it was before Michael even got to a college. He's like, he's the best I've ever seen. It was like while
Exactly.
Michael was still in college,
even in
or
that
in high
national
school.
championship, even in that national championship game, people were still had questions, as they most people do. Like when North Carolina won the national, what was it that kid's name, Frank Berry?
Yeah.
Even people were like, he's on this national championship team, but they question him, and rightfully so. He ended up being nothing in the NBA.
How
But-
much would you hate to be a Trailblazers fan watching this documentary and having everyone hype it up?
Yeah.
That they picked Sam Bowie from Kentucky over Michael Jordan.
Well, they gave all
Yeah.
the money to Pippen.
Tough.
That is, everyone is arguing the bullshit of. So
what?
Pippen went to the Trailblazers after
Yeah.
Chicago.
Oh, I'm
and
talking
got
about
paid
when
all
they
that money.
got drafted.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
he's talking about
But they got
not
Pippen
taking,
later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you get Pippen, and then he turns into a trash
Right.
can. He turns into a turtle.
Was he shitty? Was
How weird is it?
Was he
I don't
shitty
know.
with the
Trailblazers?
Trailblazers? I mean, he played with
you
them for
don't really
5
know much
years.
about
He wasn't the Bulls Pippen, that's
Right.
for sure.
But isn't it crazy to know like Pippen, 7 years, $12 million?
That's nuts.
How insane is that?
That's like it
So,
also,
I don't know if you were
I think it
asleep
was
for this, Scotty,
7
but-
years.
How did,
7 years,
money
18
work
million.
in the 90s?
Oh, okay. I don't know if you were asleep for this, Scotty, but he like delayed surgery until the start of the season.
Well, he had that migraine issue as well, or that,
Well, that
that
didn't
was,
have anything to do with it. It was a foot injury.
right. But I'm talking about that too. Like he put up with a fucking lot.
Yeah, but I'm just saying the foot injury, he could have had surgery in the summer, rehabbed, been fine for the regular season.
Yeah.
And he said, like, you're not going to fuck up my summer. Hat tip coronavirus. Not going to fuck up my summer. But yeah, Pippen. I no idea Pippen was that, like, rivaled against the general manager.
Oh yeah, when he
and
was like cussing him out
ownership.
on the bus, I was like, oh shit, where they had to like they were like
But yeah, Pippen
uncomfortable.
has always had a tude. Absolute
Yeah,
hashtag
and
well, he's
tude.
kinda
they kind
shy.
of left it out. they kind of left it out that he said like he demanded a trade, and like they kind of left out the part, or maybe they're getting to it next Sunday, that how he eventually does come back because the Bulls were struggling.
Oh, they'll
they were
definitely
like
they
4
have
and
to.
Yeah.
But
Sorry.
the best thing also is like the Michael Jackson, or fuck that, Michael Jordan.
He keeps going Michael Jackson.
Michael Jordan is like so fucking
also
candid
big star
in
in
this,
the 90s.
where he's
Yeah.
just like depends how fucking bad the headache is. I just like
Yeah.
he's always
Yeah.
just like so like such a statue.
I just
and
love
other
all the
things.
people. What I think is funny is all the people roasting him for like what his eyes look like in all these interviews.
Yeah.
It's like somebody's just like Michael Jackson takes his eyes out and puts them in a glass of Henny when he goes to sleep.
Michael Jackson.
Did I say Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
Oh shit, Scotty,
Get
you're
drowned,
fucking.
bitch.
All right.
And then Dennis Rodman next week. That's gonna be fucking dope.
That's going to be good. I can't wait to see that because
Yeah.
Rodman, bad boy Piston, he's got
Well, yeah, that
firsthand perspective on how to beat
And
Michael.
his other 30 for 30 that he has about just him is very interesting. So that's good background work if you want
right.
something fun to watch.
Is that our show?
That's our show.
All right. See you next week, or see you Thursday for the
Thursday
draft.
for the draft.
Watch us live.
Oh, it's going to be big.
Hey.
Wiggity, wiggity, wiggity.
Yep, watch it live.